This is Clarence, a young and powerful up-and-coming wizard. This is his story of how he changed the wizarding world as we know it forever. Basically, makes living at Hogwarts a living nightmare.
You really are insufferable.
This is Clarence. Clarence. Horrifying. Clarence has been accepted into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. This was their first mistake. With the help of Professor Fig, a teacher at Hogwarts, Clarence packs everything he needs to take over, attend Hogwarts. Anyway, some dude Osric shows up, goes in Clarence's face, and they head off. On the way, Osric and Fig discuss about Ranrock, the leader of a goblin rebellion, and the dangers that he may bring. Osric then gives Fig a strange container made from goblin metal. It was sent to him by Fig's late wife, Miriam. Clarence then noticed that the container was glowing. Fig thought that Clarence was high from drinking too much Baja Blast, but no, it was glowing. With his magic thingies, Clarence opened the container to reveal a key. Would have preferred some money, but it's fine. Clarence hoped the carriage wouldn't be attacked by a dragon. Oh my god! Osric gets eaten whole by the dragon. Clarence in that moment has an epiphany and thinks to himself, I could do better than that. Fig and Clarence then start skydiving, cause why not, and crash land in some mysterious ruins. They explore the ruins for a bit. Clarence gets separated from Fig and gets lost in limbo for a while. I guess. Don't know what he got up to in there. Probably stopped by a Taco Bell and had a cheesy gordita crunch. But he eventually reunites with Fig, then both of them stick their head into some oil and watch some old people talk about ancient magic or something. Oh yeah, so Clarence can see powerful ancient magic, apparently. Great. Out of all the people to receive this power, they give it to the guy with 2 first names. Anyway, Ranrock comes busting in and is all like, give me the wet wet. And Fig is all like, no, I don't feel like it. He then proceeds to use the Force for some reason. Wrong franchise. Big dude pops up and struggles to swing a sword. Not to be too harsh though, he is like 60 feet tall. So Clarence and Fig get out of there faster than this guy can read a book. Wow, that is fast. Hey, it's Hogwarts. It's time for Clarence to get sorted into a house. But before that, Fig takes away Clarence's drip. We'll remember this, Fig. Clarence does not forget. The headmaster, Phineas Black, catches Fig and roasts him in his goblin fantasies. Leaves him speechless. Black then takes Clarence to the front of the hall to finally get sorted into a house. And I think we all know exactly which house Clarence belongs to. Hufflepuff. What, was that not obvious? You thought it was going to be Slytherin? Okay, let me explain real quick. Slytherins are cunning and ambitious people. They'll do anything to achieve their goals, even betray their friends. Hufflepuffs, however, are all about loyalty, and Clarence is loyal to the god of destruction. So Clarence gets his Hufflepuff drip and heads to his common room with Professor Weasley. After a good night's rest, Clarence goes out to introduce himself to his fellow classmates. He hates all of them. Professor Weasley then gives Clarence a book that explodes, and we're off to go to class and explore the castle. Clarence goes around to some of the students and makes a good first impression.
You should have worked it out on your own.
You have nerve.
Then we're off to Charms class, where Clarence meets Natsai Onai. She's fine. Clarence doesn't see much value in getting to know her, but she could be useful in the future. To take over Hogwarts, obviously. Anyway, Clarence does very well in Charms class, not a big surprise. Then he heads over to Defense Against the Dark Arts class. That is a mouthful, can we change that? This is where Clarence meets Sebastian Sallow, a Slytherin student. Clarence sees a lot of potential in Sebastian. He'll do very well in Clarence's army. Oh yeah, I should explain that. So Clarence's goal is to build an army to take over Hogwarts. That's his endgame at least. For now though, Clarence is taking a tactical espionage approach, making connections, allies, and amassing all the resources he needs, so when the time comes, he'll take over Hogwarts with ease. Anyway, Clarence is told that he'll need to go to Hogsmeade to restock his supplies after the, He agrees and asks if Sebastian can join him, but before that, Clarence isn't really feeling the Hufflepuff drip. He's a man of refined taste, one with a lot of grandeur, so he decides it's time for a wardrobe change. Boom, now that's a lot better. As they used to say in the 1800s, very swaggy. They also said to subscribe to Yuvie and hit the bell to be notified on any future content I make. Don't Google that, just trust me. Clarence then meets up with Sebastian and they head to Hogsmeade. Once there, Clarence went around the town, procuring all the necessary equipment needed to get through the year. His last stop was Ollivander's, where he picks his very own wand. And look, it's ribbed. for chaos. Clarence now has his own goofy wand, so he rejoins Sebastian to head back to the castle.
Oh no!
Looks like Karen didn't get her chicken nuggies. That's so unfortunate. Anyway, Clarence blows her up. And now Clarence and Sebastian can finally head back to the goddammit. So Ranrock is in Hogsmeade trying to get to Clarence with the help of Victor Rookwood. Again, that is a mouthful. Let's just call him Rookie. Anyway, they seem like good friends.
You have no value to me.
Clarence and Sebastian go to the Three Broomsticks to hide from Rookie and that other dude. I don't know what his name is. Clarence then meets Sirona, the owner of the Three Broomsticks, and she shouts free drinks for Clarence and Sebastian. Huh. Based. Well, sweet, we got nothing to worry about. Motherfucker. Doesn't take long for Rookie and, Bookie? Yeah, his name's Bookie now. To find Clarence. I mean, he essentially went around the corner, but it's fine. Sirona tells them to skedaddle, but they're insistent on taking Clarence. But then Sirona and the whole bar stand up for Clarence and kick out Rookie and Bookie. Damn, they're all based. They didn't even know Clarence. He'll remember their kindness as he burns down their houses. Finally, Clarence is back at Hogwarts and is off to do what Clarence does best, making people miserable.
You're not at all who I thought you to be.
Clarence then goes to Fig to learn more about his ability to wield ancient magic. Apparently the answers they seek are in the restricted section of the library. They got naughty magazines in there. But just before they're about to go, Headmaster Black commands Fig to halt his plans and do some work for him. Gotta love that timing. Not to worry though, Clarence calls upon Sebastian to help him into the restricted section. They successfully sneak past all the faculty, but Peeves, this stupid poltergeist, catches Clarence and Sebastian. He goes to tell the library keeper. Sebastian goes to try and stop Peeves while Clarence goes ahead. Clarence finds a strange chamber and fights off the guards inside. He eventually finds a book and a pensieve. He sticks his fat head in it and sees the old guys from the previous pensieve. Who are they, you ask? Don't know, don't care. Sebastian sadly gets caught by the library keeper, but he doesn't rat Clarence out, and he takes all the blame. Clarence was right to keep Sebastian in mind. He's proving to be very useful. Clarence takes the book back to Fig, but some of the pages are missing. Because of course they are, why wouldn't they be? Fig still has work to do in London, so in the meantime, Clarence will still have to go to class and hopefully make some new friends.
You've wasted my time. You're not who I thought you were.
But probably not. Clarence eventually gets a letter saying that the painting of Eldritch Diggory wants to speak with him. Apparently, he can help find the missing pages from the book Clarence found. In exchange, he'll need to help solve a decades-old murder. Clarence was on board when he heard the word murder and goes out to find Helen Thistlewood, an ex-Auror. He tracks her down and she explains that a student named Richard Jackdaw went missing after meeting with a girl named Anne. She's currently in Azkaban, so they'll need to go there in order to question her. Clarence was already sold on the idea to visit Azkaban, because he's mentally not okay. So they pop on over. Dementors are not very cash money about their presence, so Helen does the whole whooshy Patronus thing, and we're here. It's pretty nice. Spacious. Clarence might need to hit up the landlord, see how much rent is. Anyway, Clarence tries to talk to Anne. She goes on about how her fate was sealed in Upper Hoggy Field. Clearly she's speaking in riddles and magical spiel. But let's be real. If we don't negotiate some sort of deal, I'm gonna slap her around like David Copperfield. Clarence deciphers her mumbo-jumbo about a cave, and the two are ready to bounce, but not before Anne swipes right on Helen like a Tinder profile. They arrive back in town, and Clarence goes to the cave while Helen, dies. Clarence finds the cave, and inside is a note from Richard Jackdaw, originally meant for Anne. Speaking of, Richard appears outside the cave. Clarence roasts him for being a jerk. Deserved. Richard promises to bring Clarence to the missing pages, so they meet up in the Forbidden Forest and head to the place where Richard met his end. Clarence finds the cave and makes his way to Jackdaw's remains, where he finds the missing pages. Swag. Clarence fights off some night dudes, then continues exploring the cave, and finds himself in the map chamber. Okay. Where the hell's the map? No map, sadly, just some old dude stuck in a painting. This is Percival Rackham. Hamrack. Ooh, wait, Hamrack is good. I'm going with that. Anyway, Hamrack needs the book that Clarence found, but the book is in Fig's possession, so Clarence will have to wait until his return. So in the meantime, again, Clarence will have to attend class and interact with the other peasant students. But hey, he's got some new drip and a new broom to fly with, so it's not so bad. Man, so much has happened and the world has barely been touched. But don't worry, Clarence will fix that in due time. He'll soon make his mark on the world. Maybe soon. He'll learn some deadly spells. But that's not today. For now, though, I hope you've enjoyed a fragment of Clarence's story. Come back soon for another chapter of Clarence's legacy. My God. Sorry, I've just read ahead a little bit further. This guy is evil as hell. God, he does that? Actually, I'd probably do that too.